So today we're going to do number 8, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the life path and the karmic number into this one video, which the meaning is the same. Karmic number is just simply the day you were born. So if you're born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th of any month, that means you're number 8, okay? And life path is pretty much the accumulation of your entire birthday into one single digit, unless it's a master number, 11, 22, 33, 44, then you do not reduce it to a single digit, then that becomes your life path number, okay? So let's talk about number 8. So 8 people are controlled by the planet Saturn. Saturn that is about restriction, about teaching you lessons. Saturn that is about, showing you the wisdom of life, okay? However, the reason why they say 8 is about, he's the big shot, the big money maker, 8s are the billionaires, the millionaires of the world, is because Saturn, in actual astrological meanings, Saturn represents wealth, power, and incoming gains, okay? Because Saturn controls that 10th and 11th house in astrology of career and incoming gains, of networking, okay? So Saturn controls number 8. However, the reason why, the restriction comes into play is that Saturn wants the 8 to learn all the ups and downs of life first. It wants Saturn to go through the harshest time. The Saturn wants number 8 to go through the harshest time, okay, in the first part of their life. So when the second half of their life starts, they're able to withstand any kind of storm. And this is why, 8 are known as the most powerful, the most strongly willed people in numerology, because of the fact when they go through these major ups and downs in life, and when those redundantly come again in their life, they're like, oh, I've gone through this, I can handle this, okay? So this is why 8 is able to master the art of controlling things. This is why they are more control freaks than number 1, because 8 wants to know exactly what's happening in their life, in their professional life, in their personal life. This is why 8 makes some of the best leaders out there, lies in the CEO, presidents, generals. Even though it's not a Mars energy, 8 has that Saturn energy, and the dynamic changes from astrology to numerology quite a bit about who controls what aspect. So 8 is that powerful number, that controls wealth, money. However, it comes after learning certain lessons in life. But if you're a karmic number 8, okay, if you are a person born on the day 8, then you are far luckier than the life path 8. Even though both of you will achieve wealth in your life, 8 will get a little bit earlier. So if 8 will become a millionaire at 25, 26, while they go through their harsh lessons earlier in life, 8 life path will go through that a bit slower, and by the age of 34, 32, 35, they'll achieve that million also, but they will achieve it, okay? Now, as far as career is concerned, 8s are always the leader. They always want to be in the lead position. They want to control things. Like the number 1 who wants to control things, 8 is even more of a control freak. 8 has to control its environment and everything that comes in it, because that's how they want to make their decision. They don't want to rely on somebody else for that decision. So 8, as far as the career is concerned, they do very well becoming a CEO, a chairman of a company, owning their own businesses, okay, and owning big businesses. Like if 8, if number 2 is going to make a film, they'll make a film. But if 8 is going to produce a film, they want to go all out. They want to make a big studio. They want to get the best actor. They want to get the best sets, So this is why 8 people, present some of the best products out in our life. Now, as far as the compatibility is concerned, 8s get along with 2, 4, and 8, okay? So like in numerology, there's a pattern where 1, 5, and 7 is in a group of compatibility, 2, 4, and 8 is in a group of compatibility, and 3, 6, and 9 are in a group of compatibility. So 8 gets along with number 2 and number 4 and 8 themselves. So it's like if a husband and wife are 8s, life path, or born in the 8th day, they'll be like, hey, let's own a business together. So they'll work together in that way, because they'll both be the co-owners. However, 7 person should never be with 8, and 8 should never be with 7. Now, unless there are other factors in your name number or birthday or life path that are matching, because 8 usually gets 7 into trouble. Okay, and I've seen that in my own life 3 times, where whether it's through a friend, through acquaintance, or a girlfriend, where an 8 number has always gotten me into trouble. And then when I did my research, when I was doing other people's numerological patterns, I noticed a lot of it, that a lot of the 7s were like, I got in trouble because of this person, and my business partner is this. And when I asked, their information, and I found out, okay, they were 8. So 7 and 8 is somehow they do not get along. It just, 8 does not mean to get them into trouble, but naturally something happens where 8 passes on its trouble to the number 7. Because what 7 does, it absorbs, people's energy. This is why they're the spiritual number. So when they run to the 8 is all about pushing it no matter what. No, they will achieve their goal no matter what. So when they do something wrong to achieve something, and that trouble comes in while they're in contact with the number 7 in their life, that energy passes through to number 7. Now, in numerology, there's something called remedy, like name changing remedies. So if your name number is not matching your life path or your karmic number the day you're born, you can change your name to balance that cycle. Okay, so if your name is John and the numerologist tells you John, putting that and making it legal will bring you better luck, and that usually never happens, and I'll tell you why. Now, what happens in numerology when you change your name to bring a better luck, and if you change your name at the age of 50, imagine you have 50 years of old vibration built up in your life. That every time you're putting your name somewhere, that energy is out there in the universe. You can't just change your name legally and expect better luck to come along. That doesn't work that way. There's a certain procedure, because your new name has to come up with that old energy of your old name. And that happens by writing your name certain times in a day, for certain days, with a certain type of ink. And when you do this, that's when that energy comes in to play with that new name. Okay, because it's very important to write your name and do these remedial procedures, where most numerologists in India either advise you gemstones that are not guaranteed to work, or when they tell you to change your name, whether in Western or Eastern world, it doesn't really work because you're not bringing that energy up. So these are the secrets that you need to know about numerology that not too many people know. So check out my web link below, and I'm hoping, and I can assure you, that will enlighten you about the world of astrology, numerology, and all the mystical subjects of our world. Okay, so check it out and subscribe, because I'm going to be making a lot more videos about numerology and astrology, and I got some big surprises coming in the next 2 to 3 months about making these creative astrology videos. So stay tuned. Thank you.